Welcome to another beautiful weekend at Wildberry Camp. This weekend, we came up to enjoy the property, meet some friends, and play out on the lake. Didn't really plan to do any work this weekend, but there's always stuff to do when we're up here. So today I wanted to go over what it exactly takes to make a weekend like this happen for us at Wildberry Camp. So here we are, setting up camp. Just a little bit of work to get things going. So I'll step you through what we've done. Oops, just got here. So we got the girls in the trailer, unloading the cooler, getting everything in the fridge. We've already got our little carpet out. We'll put another one out. Little addition, we've got a new table set out here in our little front yard area. So things are starting to come together a little bit. Came up here this weekend to play, not to work, if you can see. So let me walk you back around and show you how we manage power on this site. So we're over here on the utility side of the trailer. And as I walk down this way, so we normally keep our electrical equipment here. So the surge protectors and our big electrical cable, or extension cord, if you will. So first thing we do when we get to camp is we pull that out and go ahead and connect it to the back of the trailer. I got my nice clear area here, if you remember from last episode. Pull the cable out. And now it is a little bit loud here, so I apologize. But connecting up, you can see we've got our 50 amp cable coming to our 50 amp surge protector, going to a 50 amp to 30 amp converter dog bone attached to our 30 amp generator. So we just turned the AC on, so this is running under load right now. This is about as loud as this generator gets. So I thought I'd take a second and show you while we're getting ready to head up to camp how we manage power up at Wildberry Camp. As you know, we don't have any utilities up there. We had originally intended to put power on the property, but it turns out that that's actually pretty expensive to do. Just to get power to the property, even though we're in a neighborhood. So there's the expense of that, the time to do that, and then we'd still have to run power from the sub pole that the utility company drops on our property all the way back to our campsite. We wanted to start using the campsite, so what we did is we went down to Harbor Freight and we got this dual fuel generator. This is enough to run a 30 amp system. Now our RV Blueberry is actually 50 amp, but this works great if we're just running the main AC and don't run the AC or the secondary AC. We will be probably sticking with this for a while since we're not spending a whole bunch of time up there. We've run this a couple of times now. The tank on the generator is about 3.7 gallons, and for us in the Texas heat, it takes about one full tank to get the trailer from its stored state to a comfortable temperature. So that's taking it from probably about 90 degrees, 95 degrees, down to 76, 77 degrees to make it comfortable inside. So that takes about a full tank. So usually the way that we've done this, or the past couple of times, is when we show up, we get the generator set up and get the ACs running and try to use as few other electrical devices as possible. Let the trailer run down to temperature, and then I top the generator off before we go to bed at night. We found that running overnight and during the day, we can run all night on one tank, keeping the trailer comfortable with one AC, running some fans inside the AC as well. We have just a little 5 gallon tank here that we fill up, and we can go get extra gas as needed. But this is the Predator 5000. So this is how we get water to camp. Right now we're at the house getting ready to go. We've gone ahead and take our garden hose and we had hooked it up here. This is a 64 gallon collapsible water tank. So what we do is we take the garden hose right here, remove this brass fitting because it's male to male, attach the hose here, open this little vent cap up on the top, and then we fill this guy up. We open the valve here and we fill it up from the bottom. Once it's completely full, we cap that guy off, lock that guy down. We take the hose off and then we put this little brass fitting back on. I'll tell you why that's important when we get to camp. So just a quick note about water. We have our big Bertha, as we call it, for all of our utility work. So this for, doing dishes, running the toilet, taking showers, washing hands, and so forth. But that's not for drinking water. For drinking water, we bring up a couple of gallons of water from home. We just reuse these, fill them up from the filtered water in the fridge, and then we stick them in the fridge here. Right, so here we are on the second end of this. Sorry for the noise, I got a pump going, but this is our big water bladder. We call it Big Bertha. So when we get on the property, we hook up a hose, take the dent cap off. We got a little 12 volt, or rather a 110 volt pump. It's just a little transfer pump. So we hook up a hose to the tank, put it down lower so that it self-primes, and then we push the water just using our hose right on up into the holding tank there. And this is our friend giving us a hand this morning. We had a little issue with the tank yesterday when we got to camp. We had to run some errands while we were getting the trailer cooled off, and when we got out of our errands, apparently the little orange valve on there got knocked loose, and all of our water drained out of the back of the truck. So when we got back to camp, that bladder was completely flat and we didn't have any water. So like I said, this weekend was about having fun. So we have some friends joining us. They're renting a VRBO just down the road. So they were kind enough to let us come on over there and fill that bladder back up. And here we are, ready to do the last part, the black tank. Here's my helper. So we're not actually going to dump today, but I will go through the motions here and show you how we do when we do. So this is the Thetford Smart Tote 2. This is a 35-gallon portable tank. The way we start is we open this little latch here. This door comes undone. And we get it situated here. So we've got the hose. We pull that loose. And like I said, I'm not going to do it here. I'm just going to show you. We take the cap off of there, cap off of here, hook that guy up, and pull the lever to let the black tank empty. We'll let the tank fill up, and then once it's done, we'll close everything down, cap this guy back off, put him back here, and close it up. Well, it's been another fun-filled weekend here up at camp. We're all done for the weekend, so we'll see you next time. Bye now.